Look at political satire with Kevin Thomas, a stop at Trick-or-Treat Street with Paige Taylor, sports with Brendan Phillips, and headlines with me. It all adds up to this episode of the GHS Reporter.
In a world where students need their news, one news team dares to bring it to you every advisory. With Kevin Thomas, Max Collins, Kate Bender and Sean Engvold, Paige Taylor, Brendan Phillips, Jesse Feynman, Sam Gorenstein, and Mike Mims and Evan Cobb. Live from room 300, you're watching the GHS Reporter.
Good morning, welcome to the GHS Reporter. I'm Sam Gorenstein.
And I'm Brendan Phillips.
There's comedy to be found in almost every situation, and this year's 2008 political campaign hasn't lacked in people willing to find it. Kevin Thomas brings us the story.
From cartoons to TV shows to the vast internet, it seems no matter where you turn, political satire will be there. But just how large a part does it play in the lives of Americans, especially during an election year? Do you watch TV shows such as The Daily Show or The Colbert Report?
Yes, it's one of the best.
Do you feel that these portray the candidates fairly?
Not really, but I do enjoy it because it's funny.
Well, I don't know, they tend to have a bit of a liberal bias.
And although this bias may not seem to matter, consider that a study done before the 2004 election showed that the number of under 30 voters who relied on satire shows for their information more than doubled from 4 years earlier, while those relying on network news declined by almost half. Do you believe that these shows portray the candidates fairly?
No, not at all.
Why not?
I feel that sometimes they make jokes about the other candidate, but usually they seem to be one-sided, and they seem to have their own agenda, or they seem to be trying to get their own ratings for their shows. I think that both the Colbert Report and The Daily Show are liberal, even though the Colbert Report is supposed to be conservative.
Whether or not these shows have an effect on the election is yet to be seen. This is Kevin Thomas for the GHS Reporter.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and on Thursday, October 30th, Rumors Hair Salon will be at GHS doing pink hair extensions.
They will be here from 10:30 to 1 p.m. in the hallway near the main office. Hair extensions are $10 each, and all proceeds will go to breast cancer research.
Please help us in the fight against breast cancer.
The NBA season started last night. The Boston Celtics beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 90-85. Paul Pierce led the scoring with 27 points and 4 assists for the Celtics. And the Bulls beat the Bucks 108-95. Derrick Rose had 11 points and 9 assists in his debut. And the Blazers fell to the Lakers 76-96. Greg Oden went scoreless and left the game with a foot injury for the Blazers. Kobe Bryant had 23 points and 11 rebounds for the Lakers. And tonight, the World Series will resume in Philadelphia tonight. Game 5 was suspended on Monday night because of rain and will resume tonight at 8:37 p.m. The current score is 2-2, and it is in the 6th inning. The Phillies currently lead the series 3-1. And this past Saturday, Gilland High School opened up in the evening for the annual Halloween time tradition of Trick-or-Treat Street. Paige Taylor has more on the story.
It's the time of year where not only kids but also adults get excited for this frightful event. Trick-or-Treat Street is always known to put a smile and a scare on everyone's faces. I recently went out to see what this year's Trick-or-Treat Street event was like. What types of activities would you say are the best here?
Well, they liked the trick-or-treating. They didn't like the haunted house. We didn't make it very far.
The hallways. Yeah, the hallways.
The haunted hallway, right, girls? Except they were buried behind me, so they didn't really see anything.
I like getting the candy.
Many visitors spoke frequently about how much they enjoyed the funniest and scariest costumes they saw.
The funniest is our friend Kevin's princess costume.
Probably the funniest, probably mine. I figured it was a lot different than my costume last year.
I saw a guy with a giant skeleton mask.
Young children weren't the only ones with something to say.
Would you say that Trick-or-Treat Street really gets people in the mood for Halloween?
Yeah, I think it's pretty successful.
How so?
I mean, good turnout here. I mean, it seems there's a lot to do. We went to the magic show. That was pretty good. And then all the activities they have in the gym. So it seemed like just a little something for everybody.
Well, just all the kids all dressed up and, in the costumes and greeting the little kids,
One of the main events at Trick or Treat Street was the haunted hallway.
Can you describe to us the reactions of the adults and children that have walked through the haunted hallway?
To be honest with you, some of the adults are kind of scared, and a lot of the kids are pretty scared too, so it's pretty realistic, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I have a perfect view at the end of my little dark alleyway here. I can see small children's heads running to the stairwell, so my work here is done.
I designed the whole thing. Yeah, I basically made it from scratch. It's pretty sweet, because I made this whole thing on a piece of graph paper, and then just to watch it come to life, it was awesome.
So got a couple speakers going just to add something to scare the children there aside from all the high schoolers screaming in their ears, something else that can give their ears a reason to be frightened here at Trick or Treat Street.
There are people with pencils jabbed through their heads and people chained to desks, and I think it's just supposed to be how students are tortured being in school.
Mommy, I'm scared.
It seems that Guilderland went at it again, making Halloween history. This is Paige Taylor for the GHS Reporter.
A fire broke out Tuesday morning at the Great Escape in Queensbury. Firefighter crews were called to a two-story food warehouse just after 9 a.m. at the park. The building was located near Cinderella's Castle. No one was injured and no rides were damaged. The park was closed at the time, and the Great Escape is only open on weekends for the Fright Fest. No word has been given on how the fire was started. A new poll suggests that Barack Obama and John McCain are running in a tight race. The Associated Press GFK poll shows that the two candidates are almost even. It suggests that Obama leads McCain 44-43. 3 weeks ago, a poll showed that Obama was up by a 7-point lead. It seems that McCain is quickly closing the gap in the presidential race. And that'll do it for your headlines.
Sam, you were just talking about the presidential election in your headlines, and it's only 6 days away, believe it or not.
I am excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'd like to see it.
I know.
Very excited.
It's going to be really awesome whatever happens. But, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Brendan Phillips.
I'm Sam Gorenstein.
Stay tuned for your announcements.
And have a great day.